kinds of guys.
Hello, beautiful humans. Welcome back to Kick Up Flicks. My name is Chris D, and I hope you are having a fantastic day. So, Matt Reeves did it again. He directed The Batman, and he was also a writer in The Batman, and he did a fantastic job directing this movie. I really did like just about every part about this movie. It did remind me of a Western. They took their time with it. There's so much about this movie that I don't want to spoil, so pretty much what are you getting with this movie if you haven't seen it? You're getting a Batman who is not seasoned as a Batman, they're not doing an origin story of a Batman, but they're doing a Batman who's like kind of like 2 years into it. He's still trying to find out who Batman is, who Bruce Wayne is, just trying to find himself and what it means toward Gotham. But it's not like anything else where you're rehashing like his childhood. There's no flashbacks of anything like that to that matter. And it's pretty much just focusing on detective work. Is he the greatest detective right now? He is really good for what he is, but is he the greatest? Probably not. But he is Batman, so yeah, he is pretty good. But Robert Pattinson as Batman, successful. I mean, forget about a sparkling vampire. He is such a good actor. He really did push the boundaries of Batman. And guess what? He didn't need a lot of words. A lot of it was through physical eye and body motions. He didn't really speak a whole lot throughout the whole entire movie, to be honest. Just he didn't really say much. I mean, when he spoke, it was for a reason for speaking. Either he was giving an answer or he wanted something. And that is what I see as a Batman. Now, was everything 100% perfect in this movie? Probably not. And I cannot say why. But you know what? I'm going to do a spoiler video. So that's not spoiler. Just know that this movie has everything you would constantly want. You have riddles that you can potentially solve by yourself before they give you the answer, or you have every between the Penguin and Falcone. And let me tell you about Falcone. Carmine Falcone, I was shocked in this movie. John Turturro did such a fantastic job. I was, I really did fall in love with Falcone. I fell in love with how people moved around him, how he controlled, and just the easiness, the cool, the calm. It reminded me of like a mafia type movie. It reminded me of the mafia days. I mean, not that I was ever around, but it's something that you could kind of imagine what a mafia family would kind of be like, and that's what you kind of got. That's what I kind of got to see throughout the whole entire movie. The Penguin again. Just the look of the character and the willingness and that car chase. I will tell you something. If there is one thing you are going to like in this movie, you are definitely going to like in the car chase. The only reason why I'm mentioning it is because it was in the trailer. And because it was in the trailer, it gives me the right to talk about it. But I'm not going to say anything more about it. But just imagine that section of what's in that trailer and just imagine a whole entire scene of it happening. I mean, it is pretty on point. And the Batmobile. I actually kind of like the Batmobile. I'll be very honest with you, everyone. I was kind of 50-50 on it prior to the movie, where I was thinking to myself, yeah, the Batmobile's it's 50-50. Yeah, the Batmobile, I'm not really too sure. I love me some muscle. Literally, I fell in love. After the Batmobile, I was just hooked. I'll just be honest with you. That was it. There is something for everyone for this movie. If you love the noir style films, I mean, this is a movie for you. The lighting is perfect. How dark it is, how gloomy it is. And it doesn't just stretch while he's Batman. It stretches even during the day and the shadows, how contrasting everything is. Even when they're in Wayne Manor, no matter where they are, it doesn't even have to be focused on Batman. It's even when you're on Catwoman, when you're around Penguin and Falcone, everything has dark shadows. It's dim, but you can still see everything. It's not like you can't see anything, and there's so much to pay attention to, right? And on top of that, James Gordon, he plays a wonderful part in this movie when he's actually, partnered with Batman because, well, first off, the Riddlers has been calling him out, and they work very well together, and you can always see that kind of tension between friend and foe, not in that aspect that he is a foe, just that curiosity of always wanting to know who is under the cowl, just to be honest. But no matter how you look at this movie, from the music to the CGI to the acting, the even the set, everything just kind of grasps you, and no wonder why it's almost 3 hours long. It deserves to be 3 hours long because everything was taken care of to a point that it matters why everything's there. The Riddler matters. It's honed down. It's gritty. I mean, it's to the point where Riddler actually, I would be terrified if the Riddler actually existed to this point, to where he's leaving calling cards for specific people, going after specific people for certain reasons. Well, I am not going to spoil it for you, but I love the Riddler 100%. Paul Dano, listen, you as the Riddler, I mean, you had me for like, boom, it just on point. I was like, it was really good. I'm telling you, this movie's really good. So I know I'm saying a whole lot, and no, it's not like every other Batman movie. I can't really compare it to the other Batman movies. As far as Catwoman is concerned, Catwoman was played very well. I love how Catwoman is in the entry of it's kind of like, it's not a coming of age, but it's like in the process of who you will be. It's like it leads to the future of what you will become and things like that. And I'm sorry, I know I'm talking with my hands. I'm sorry, I'll put them down right now. But I still like Michelle Pfeiffer the most. I love that style of Catwoman, just everything about it. But it doesn't mean any other iteration isn't bad. Everything has their own direction and their own story in their own world, and everyone fits exactly where they need to be. So if you've seen the movie, or you're going to go see the movie, or if you haven't gone to see the movie, what are you expecting, or what did you expect to see that was your most favorite thing? Please let me know down in the comment. I really did like the costume. I didn't know if I was going to like it as much as I did, but everything about how the costume worked throughout the whole entire movie, I really did like. It added this sense of urgency, and at the same time, it added a sense of vulnerability at the same exact time. And if you watch the movie, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen it yet, you will see it, and I don't want to ruin it for you. But kind of keep an eye out, because there's so much you can like look into this movie for, and it's really enjoyable. And at the same time, again, it's not 100% perfect, but it's really well done. So along with that, let me know down in the comments what you're expecting to see, what you did see, and what was your favorite part throughout the whole entire movie. But try not to spoil it for anybody else who hasn't potentially seen it. And if you like what I'm doing, please subscribe, hit that thumbs up, because it helps me out the YouTube algorithm. And then click the bell notification for every time I post. You won't miss anything. And don't forget to kick up and knock down. And I will see you the next time I post.